The next scenario is advanced blending. So the primary line of difference, what we know about blending is mainly used to combine the data from multiple data sources. If we talk about the data blending, the blending can able to combine the data from multiple data sources. So even within one data source also we can able to perform the blending. Okay, within one single data source also we can able to perform blending if there is a many to one and many to many relationship between the facts. If there is many to one and many to many relationship in the facts, then even we can able to perform the blending also to achieve the correct results. So in the real time, if you perform the blending between two real time data sources means, then you should know these things. Okay, what are the things I'm discussing now? These are very important in the point of real time. Okay, so in the real time, we frequently face few issues while performing the blending. In my today's session, I will address all those things. Okay, so the agenda of my today's session is I'll discuss the basic difference between joins and blends and the join types. So what will happen in the blending? We take single linked field and we take multiple linking fields, and sometimes how to avoid the suppression of values and how to perform the filtering across the data sources. So in while performing the data blending, we'll come across the star issue. So how to handle the star issue, and also how to handle the duplicates while performing the join or while performing the blending, and how to handle the many to many relationship. So it is my agenda. So let me start with the first thing. Okay, the first part. So the primary line of difference what we know is join. It will combine the tables from the same data source, whereas the blend it can able to combine the data from the different data sources. It is a primary line of difference what we know. Okay. So today I will break this rule to perform the blending. Okay. So even we can able to perform blending within one data source also. So if we talk about the join types, we have four different SQL join types. Okay, left outer, which will combine the data which will take the complete data from the left table and only the matching records from the right table. And if we talk about the right outer, the complete data from the right and the matching record from the left. And if we talk about the inner join going to show us only the matching record from both the tables. And next full outer join. Full outer join going to show us the complete data from both the tables. So what is the default join while performing the data blending? If you're performing the data blending, Tableau going to identify the data sources. While performing the data blending, Tableau going to identify the data sources as the primary data source and the secondary data source. So Tableau going to combine the primary data source and the secondary data source in the form of left join. Okay, if we are taking the primary data source and the secondary data source, the internal join while performing the data blending is left out. So the complete data from the left and the matching from the right. So the left being the primary and the right being the secondary. So let me take some data. Okay, let me work with the data. So I'm having two data sources. So one is the appointments and the other is the other is the patient history. I'm having two data sources. Okay, basically these two the data from these two data sources are available in two different systems. One is the appointment information. Okay, one is the appointment information which contains two columns, patient and the appointment date. Okay, patient and the appointment date, and other is the patient history. Okay, so here I'm having two data sources. One is appointment, which is giving me the appointment information, and other is the patient history, which is giving me the patient history information. So here what I am doing is I am performing the blending between the appointments and the patient history. So from the appointments I am taking the patient. From the appointments I am taking the patient. Okay, just give me the complete patient information, and from okay, and I'm dragging the appointment date and I'm dropping into the text. So here Tableau is identifying the appointment with the blue tick mark, so which indicates the primary source. I'm taking the exam date. So it is giving us the complete information of all the patients. It is giving us the complete information of all the patients. See here we can able to see all the 7 patients. So we go to the appointments, and if you view data, go to the appointment, and if you view data here, we can able to see all the 7 patients here. So from here I'm taking the patient history as a secondary. Here Tableau has automatically linked with that matching dimension. So Tableau automatically links with the data source. Tableau automatically links with the secondary data source. If you have the same dimension with the same case, here I have taken patient. So if you have the same dimension in the secondary source, if you have the same dimension in the secondary source, the same matching name, and that too in the same case, then Tableau automatically performs the blending. So here I would like to show the illness. Just I am dragging the illness and I'm dropping into the rows. I'm dragging the illness and I'm dropping into the rows. So just hit OK. So here it is giving us one message. The primary and secondary connections are from the tables in the same data source. Instead of linking the connections, use the data menu to join the data. Okay. So here why I am performing the data blending, there is a reason for this. I'll explain the reason. Okay, so if you see here, it is giving me the illness, okay, the patients and their appointment dates. So for these two patients here, Tableau is showing us null. For these two patients here, Tableau is showing us null. So why Tableau is showing us null for these two patients? Okay, why Tableau is showing us null for this two patients? So basically the patient, okay, so when we call the person as patient, if the person is having some illness, then only we will call that person as the patient, right? But here Tableau is showing us null here. Okay, but here Tableau is showing us null for the patients. So if the end user sees output, definitely will confuse with the output given by us. Okay, so directly if you give this output to the end client, definitely will confuse. Okay, so here how to make it meaningful, how to make this output as the meaningful. So here illness is null means because they are the new patients. Okay, just change the alias name to, I'm editing the alias name to new patients. Hit OK. So now here I have converted the null to new patients. So the most confusing part or the most confusing thing while performing the data blending is understanding the nulls. So what is null? Okay, what is null in the data blending? Is it non-existent? Okay, is that value non-existent or no value? So in the data blending, null indicates no value. It means okay, those patients they are not having any illness. Okay, the null is different in the relational databases and it is different in the data blending. So null is not okay. Actually, the definition of null is it is not existing. But in the data blending, null means no value or no matching value. Okay, no matching value. So just we have to convert that nulls to the new patients because they are not okay. This null is not equal to the not existing. So here where your experience will come into picture. Okay, so it's about the default join, the left join. So the Tableau in the data blending, Tableau going to combine the primary and secondary in which way, in the left outer join fashion. The left table is the primary and the right table is the secondary. So only is it possible to implement the left join as we have multiple join types, right? So is it possible to implement right join, inner join and full outer join using the data blending or not? Okay, let me discuss how to implement right outer join using the data blending. Now here I would like to implement the right outer join using the data blending. Yes, it is possible to implement the right outer join, okay, with the data blending. So how to implement the right outer join? The logic is very simple. Just take the secondary as the left table and primary as the right table. Okay, just take secondary as the left table and primary as the right table. So in the previous task, we have taken, in the previous task here I have taken appointments as the primary and patient history as secondary. So in the next task I am taking is patient history as the primary and appointments as the secondary. Just go to the right join, go to patient history. So from the patient history, so I am taking the patient. Okay, I am taking the patient, I am taking the illness. So here I can able to see, the patient wise illnesses. Okay, here I can able to see the patient wise illnesses. Now let me take the appointment date. Let me take the appointment date from the appointment table. Just go to the appointment. So drag the appointment date and drop it in the text. Just hit OK. So select exam date. Select exam date. Okay, just place it. Just select exam date display. Just place it. Just place it in the rows. So now for these two patients, again here the tableau is showing us what? Null. Okay, for these two patients here, tableau is showing us the null for the appointments. So without the appointments, so how we got this patient information? It means basically these two patients, they are not having any new appointments. Okay, these two patients, they are not having any new appointments. So let me just indicate it as right click. Let me take the appointment date here. We can convert this to string and we can add the alias name. Just I'm converting this to, I'm creating a calculated field with the name str of appointment date. Okay, I'm taking str of appointment date. So just click on apply and click on OK. So now drag this str and drop it into the rows. Okay, now right click on it, just go to edit alias. Name it as new appointments. Basically, new appointment means the textual data, right? On the date, we cannot import the textual data. So just I'm converting that, date data to the textual data using a str function. And here I'm adding the required information folder as a new patients. Okay, so here, let me change this field level to you can do some simple tweaking here. Let me display the entire view. The patient illness. Alright, let me change this name to appointment date. Instead of taking str, let me edit this to appointment date. Appointment date. Okay, so here how to hide this null. Sometimes we'll get the values like ABC. So how to hide this null? How to hide this ABC? So if you want to hide that ABC, just create a calculated field with the name hiding. Just take space. The simplest way is just take space. Drag the hiding and drop it into text. So in place of ABC, Tableau going to take what? Space. Okay. In place of the ABC, Tableau going to take space. Or the other way is, instead of taking space, take care of take care of 32. So because what char function will do, char going to convert, okay, char function going to convert the ASCII numbers to the characters. So the ASCII number for space is 32. Just I'm converting that ASCII number to the character called as space. So it is just hiding that ABC. Okay, so in this way we can able to implement what? In this way basically we can able to implement the right outer join with the help of the data blending. So the simplest logic is just take the primary as the right table and secondary as the left table. So here I have taken appointments as my secondary, which is being the left table, and patient history as my primary table, which is the right table. So from the patient history, we got the complete information, patient and illness, and from the appointments, we got only the matching records. So for the records which are not having the matching value, just here I have added my value, okay, by editing the alias. Next, is it possible to implement inner join while performing the data blending or not? Yes, even inner join is also possible. Okay, even inner join is also possible with the data blending. So how to perform the inner join? Just go to the inner join. Okay, so just go to the inner join. So if you take, okay, here I'm taking the patient history as my primary. So I have taken the patient, I have taken the illness. If I take the appointment date, so your Tableau is giving us null. So what is null indicates? This null indicates, okay, no matching value, or there is no matching value for the appointment date for these two patients. So here what inner join going to do? Inner join going to contain only the matching records, right? So just eliminate these nulls. If I eliminate these nulls, okay, so basically if I eliminate nulls, then Tableau going to show us only the matching records. Then Tableau going to show us only the matching records. So let me show you again. Here I'm taking from the patient history, I'm taking the patient information, I'm taking the illness. So here I can able to see complete data. Here I can able to see the complete data. Next, from the appointments, I am dragging the appointment date and I'm dropping into text. Or let me drag appointment date and drop it into rows. So it is giving us nulls. Let me select exact date. Discrete. Exact date discrete. So for these two customers, okay, here Tableau is giving us null. So what is the default join? Left outer join. So the complete data from the primary, it is taking all the customers and illness from the primary, and from secondary here Tableau is giving us only the matching. For the unmatching here Tableau is giving us what? Null. So if you want to get only the matching records from both the tables means just exclude the null. Okay, just exclude the null. If I exclude the null, then Tableau going to show us only the matching records from both the tables. Then Tableau going to give us only the matching records from both the tables. So it is possible to perform the inner join also. Then finally, what about full outer join? So with the data blending, it is not possible to perform the full outer join. Okay, with the data blending, it is not possible to perform the full outer join. So if you want to perform the full outer join with the data blending, then we have to make use of some separate integration tools like Alteryx or Talent, etc. to perform the floater join at the level of the database. Okay, at the level of the database. So we can able to implement left outer, right outer and inner join, okay, and inner join while performing the data blend. Whereas the floater join is not possible. So basically how the blending going to operate? Here we have performed the blending, right? So in each and every sheet, okay, in this sheet, in this left sheet, here I have taken appointment as my primary, and in this right sheet I have taken the patient history as my primary. So how the data blending going to work? Okay, that we have to understand. So how the data blending going to work means, okay, before discussing the data blending, how the join going to work? If you take the two tables, okay, if you take the two tables means if you take table 1 and table 2, take table 1 and table 2. Here I'm talking about join. We combine those two tables. Combine those two tables. So it is at the level of this the join. So if you join two tables, okay, so the output, that output is common, the join output is common. That join output is common. That join output is common for all the sheets. That join output is common for all the sheets within the data within Tableau. Because join going to perform at the data source level. So if you're building multiple sheets in Tableau means, okay, if we're building multiple sheets in Tableau means that output is common, that join output is common for all the sheets in Tableau. It is at the data source level and it is at the Tableau level. Okay, it is at the Tableau level. So for all the sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, for all the sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3, we have to make use of the same output. Okay, we have to make use of the same output. Okay, then what about blending? What about blending? If you take the blending, you take the data blending. So how the data blending going to work means, we have the two data sources. We have the two data sources. Data source 1 comma data source 2. Data source 1 comma data source 2. So here what Tableau going to do means, you take Tableau, so Tableau will send a separate query to the data source 1. Tableau will send a separate query to the data source 1. It is a query 1. Okay, and Tableau will send a separate query to the data source 2. Tableau will send a separate query to the data source 2, which is a query 2. And in the Tableau level, both the queries, query 1 and query 2 will be combined. Both the queries, query 1 and query 2 will be combined. query 1 and query 2 will be combined in our required way, at the sheet level. So we take multiple sheets. So sheet 1 will take the query 1 as primary and query 2 as secondary. Because query 1 means the data source 1. So data source was primary and query 2 as secondary. Okay, if I take sheet 2, okay, now in the sheet 2 we can take it another way. We can take query 1 as secondary and query 2 as primary. Okay, now we can take query 2 as primary and query 1 as secondary. So depending on the requirement, we can choose the primary source and the secondary source. So the bottom line is the data blending will take place. The bottom line is the data blending will take place at the Tableau level. Okay, the data blending will take place at the Tableau level because Tableau going to send the queries individually to the different data sources, and at the Tableau level we are going to combine what? At the Tableau level we are going to combine the query 1 and query 2, and we can take the required output across the different sheets. It is the data blending. It is the data blending, okay, mechanism. So where it will vary for each and every sheet, and it is a join mechanism. Okay, it is the join mechanism. It is the join mechanism where the join will take place at the data source level. Okay, join will take place at the data source level. Join combines at the data source level. At the data source level, so the output is common. So the output is common for all the sheets. Whereas the data blending combines at the Tableau level. So we can take our required data for each and every sheet. So it is the first advantage. It is the first advantage if you take the data blending within the data source. Okay, within one single data source also. Let me take one data source. Let me show you one data source. Just a minute. I will open one data source. I'm having the hospital data. So which contains appointments and the patient history. So in the appointments, I'm having the complete patient-wise appointment, and here in the patient history, I'm having the patient-wise illness. Okay. So if I connect those two tables using the join, we connect to it of Excel. So it's at my desktop, advanced blending, hospital. Just open it. So I'm taking appointments. I'm taking patient history. So Tableau going to combine this join at which level? Okay, so if you click on the view data, your Tableau is giving us how many rows? 5 rows, because it is performing the inner join. So for each and every sheet, if you click on view data for this particular join, the output is same, only the 5 rows. Okay, only the 5 rows. So we go to, you drag the patient, and if you drag the illness, so the output is common for all the sheets. The output is common. So if you want to perform the different types of analysis, okay, if you want to perform the different types of analysis for each and every sheet, so we cannot create multiple workbooks, right? So within single workbook only we can able to achieve that with the help of the data plan. So it is one primary advantage to perform the data plan. Next, the other advantage is we talk about the data blending. Okay, if we talk about the data blending, so how the data blending, as I told you already, how the data blending will take place means. So in the data blending, Tableau will send a query. Okay, Tableau will send a query to the primary data source. Okay, Tableau will send a query to the primary data source, and Tableau will send a query to the secondary data source. So it is a primary and it is a secondary. Here in the primary can be anything. Primary can be a data warehouse, data mart, file, and cube. Cube means secondary. Cube means multi-dimensional data source, and the secondary can be data warehouse, data mart, and files, but not cubes. Okay, but not cubes. Okay, so the multi-dimensional data source cannot act as multi-dimensional data source. It cannot act as a secondary data source. So if you're performing the data blending between multi-dimensional data source and the normal database means always we have to take the multi-dimensional data source as the primary. In the data blending, it is not possible to take the multi-dimensional data source as a secondary. Always we have to take it as the primary. So here it is a primary, it is secondary. So both, okay, for both the data sources, you have to send the query individually. It is a query 1 result, it is a query 2 result. At the Tableau level, okay, at the Tableau level, it is going to mix. It is going to blend the data, okay. It is going to blend the data. So how the blending going to work is for each and every data source on the sheet, query sent to the database. So if the query contains any aggregations, first the aggregation will take place. Okay, first the data will be aggregated at the data source level, and that query will be sent to the Tableau, and then all the results are joined on the common key in the Tableau. Then all the results are joined with the common key in the Tableau. Okay, so in the data blending, first the aggregation will take place, then the mixing will take place. Okay, then the mixing will take place. It is the internal mechanism of the data blend. Let's say for example I'm having so here I'm having two data sources. Okay, in fact two tables. Here I would like to know, okay, here I would like to retrieve patient wise, okay, the patient having the first appointment date, okay, the patient having the first appointment date from this appointment table, and from the patient history I would like to get the patient wise maximum ages. So what would be the SQL query for both the tables? So in the first we want patient wise. Okay, first appointment date. So I'm taking select patient. So how to get the first appointment date? Min of appointment date. Min of appointment date from appointments. So as a select list, we cannot mix the aggregate and the non-aggregate columns directly. We need to take all the non-aggregate columns to the group at last. So here which is non-aggregate column, select list patient. So patient. It is the first query. It is a query 1. Okay, it is a query 1. And how to get the maximum age? Again select patient. Again select patient comma max of age from patient history. From patient history. Group by patient. It is second query. Okay, it is the first query and it is second query. So you see here, it is the first query. Okay, it is the first query. So that query will be executed at the data source level. It will be the first query. So after sending the first query, so it is the output of the query one. So it should be combined at the Tableau level. This is the output one. And here I'm having second data source. Here I'm having second data source. So max of age. From patient history. From patient history. So group by patient. It is the second query. It is the second query, right? So it is the output of the second query. It is the output of the second query. So here in this query, I'm having two aggregations, right? Min and max. So first, which one will take place? First, aggregation will take place, or first the mixing will take place? First, the aggregation will be executed as the part of query. Okay, as the part of query, first the aggregation will be executed. So after the execution of the aggregation in the Tableau level, the output will be joined. In the Tableau level, the output will be joined or the output will be combined. So it means in the data blending, first the aggregation will take place and then the join will take place. It is one of the advantages with the data blending. Then what about join? In the join, what will happen? So if you want to join these two tables means, let's say for example, you want to join this appointments and patient history. So it was a common column patient. So if we join these two, and if you want to show the minimum appointment, if you want to show the first appointment date and the maximum age. So what would the select statement? So we have to select patient, min of appointment date, max of age from appointments, I'm aliasing with A, patient history, I'm aliasing as P, on, I'm taking join using the on keyword on, A dot patient equal to P dot patient. Okay, I'm aliasing this with patient from appointment date from A dot appointment date and age from the patient history. So P dot age. So group by I'm taking here group by patient, right? So it is the select statement I'm having. So here basically I'm having aggregations on which class? On the select class. On the select list I'm having the aggregation min, max, and also here I'm having from class. From class contains word join, and also here I'm having group by. So if you see in the high level, here we're having three classes: select, from, and group by. So what the select contains? Aggregations. And what the from contains? Join. And what the group by contains? Just the data grouping. So if you take these three classes, okay, if you take these three classes, internally how the execution will happen? Internally how the execution will begin? From which class the execution will start? Okay, from which class the execution will start? Always the execution will start from the from class. Always the execution will start from the from class. So because from the, okay, without the data source, how we can able to select the data? As the from class contains the data source, always the execution will start from the from class. So after from class, the execution will go to the where. Okay, next where the execution will go to the group by. After group by, the execution goes to the having, and finally the execution will goes to select. Okay, and finally the execution will goes to the select. So as the execution is starting in the from class, what the from class contains? Joins. So first the join will takes place, next the data grouping will takes place, next finally the aggregation will takes place. So if we talk about join, in the join first the join will takes place and then the aggregation will take place. And whereas if you take the data blending is opposite to it. In the data blending, first the aggregation will takes place, okay, at the data source level. First the aggregation will takes place at the data source level, and it is going to combine the data at the tab level. It means here first aggregation then join. Here it is first aggregation. Okay, it is first aggregation, then join. Okay, here it is going to perform the first aggregation, then join. Whereas in the join, first join, then the aggregation. To take the join here, first join, then the aggregation. Okay, so that's why for the join the output is common for all the sheets. Whereas in the data blending, in our required sheet we can take the required output as primary and we can take the required output as secondary. Okay, so any questions till now? Any questions till now on this? Any questions, guys?
So in this process,
Hello? I didn't understand the question. Can you please repeat the question? Alright. So I'm continuing. Yes. So next, what will happen? Okay, if you're performing if you're performing the data blending, we can able to link with the multiple dimension fields. Okay, we can able to link with the multiple dimension fields. Okay, so what will happen if we link with the multiple dimensions? In the agenda, we have one thing called as single versus multiple linking fields. Well, if I link with a single field, what would be the output? If I link with the multiple fields, what would be the output? Okay, so let me show you that now. So as the primary rule to perform blending is what? To perform blending, we are having two primary rules. The first primary rule is both the data sources should have a common dimension, and in that common dimension at least one value should match, right? So let's say I am having two common dimensions with the matching values. So if I link with the common dimension and the matching values, then how Tableau going to give us the output? So if you go to that hospital, here we have two more sheets, okay? So sales and the promotions, okay? Sales and the promotions. So here I'm taking these two sheets as the two data sources. Okay, two sheets as the two data sources, and I'm performing the blending within these two. Okay, so just go to that sheet. So I'm taking sales sheet as my primary. So I'm taking product to my rows, next sales to my columns, sales to my columns, and I'm taking the promotions. I'm taking the promotions. In the promotions, I'm placing, okay, from the promotions, I'm taking the promotion voucher and drop it into the label, or if you try promotions and drop into the columns. So here we are seeing, we are seeing the product wise, okay, the total sales and the total promotion vouchers, okay, and the total promotion vouchers. So we observe carefully here. Here I have taken the product from the primary. So here my primary is sales. Okay. So this product belongs to the primary source. In the promotions, Tableau is automatically linking with the product. In the promotions, again Tableau is automatically linking with the product. Let me do one small tweaking. Okay. Let me clear this sheet. Now let me go to sales. This time I'm taking customer. If I take the customer and if we go to the promotions, now it is linking with what customer name field. Okay, so Tableau automatically links with the dimension. If you take the product, if you have that product matching dimension in the secondary source, it is going to link with that field. If you take the customer, if you have the matching dimension in the secondary, it is going to link with that particular customer field. So now this time it is linking with the customer because here we have the matching dimension. Now once go to the sales, drag sales and drop it into columns. Now go to the promotions, drag the promotion voucher and drop it to the columns. So now we are linking at which level? Now here we are linking at the level of the customer. So for Jim, what is total sales? 30. For Joe, 30. For Mary, 90. And for Jim, it is showing one promotion voucher. For Joe, two promotion vouchers. And for Mary, again, two promotion vouchers. Okay, once check the data. So there we have taken Jim, Joe and Mary. So we have taken the sales as the primary. We have taken the sales as the primary and promotion as secondary. And we have combined at the level of what? Customer. So we go to the sales. So Joe. What is total sales of Joe? 30. Jim 30. And Mary 90. Okay. And Mary 90. So we go to Tableau. So Jim 30, Joe 30 and the Mary 90. So here we got the correct sales. And if you go to the promotion vouchers, it is showing Jim 1, okay, Joe 2 and Mary 2. See here. So the Jim is having 1, next Joe and Mary are having 2 and 2. Okay, Jim and Mary are having, okay, so sorry, Joe and Mary are having 2 and 2. Okay, so Joe 2 promotion vouchers and Mary 2 promotion vouchers. So at the level of the customer, here we got the correct output. Okay, here we got the correct output. Now, here we can able to link with the product field also, right? So let me remove the blending with the customer. I am removing the blending. So how to remove the blending means, just click on that linking field. Now I am linking with the product. Let me link with the product. Okay, now I am linking with the product. If I link with the product, see here, the sale value is maintaining, but the promotion vouchers got changed. Okay, but the promotion vouchers got changed. Remember, here we are linking with the product. So why here the promotion vouchers got changed? So for Jim it is showing 2 vouchers. For Joe and Mary it is showing 3 and 3 vouchers. So usually for Jim, how many we are having? Only 1 voucher, and for Joe 2 vouchers, for Mary 2 vouchers, right? So if I go to the sales, so here for Joe, okay, here for Joe the total sale is 30, 10 plus 20, and for Jim 30. For Mary 90. So sorry, here how much we got? Same. Okay, 30, 30 and 90. But in the promotion vouchers, tableau is showing one extra. Okay, for Joe here we have only two. Their tableau is showing three. For Mary we have three. Sorry, for Mary here we have only two. Their tableau is showing three. For Jim here we are having only one, but their tableau is showing two. Why it is showing like that? Because here we're joining at which level? Here we're joining at the level of the product. So first let's take Joe. Okay, first let's take Joe here. So if we take Joe here Joe is having how many products here? Here Joe is having two products. Okay, office supplies and technology. Here Joe is having furniture and technology. Okay, total Joe is having how many products? Three products. Office supplies, furniture and technology. So for office supplies you have the promotion voucher or not? Total Joe is having three products. Office supplies and technology here and their furniture and technology here. So total office supplies, furniture and technology. Total we have three products. So here for all the three products here, furniture, technology and office supplies, do you have the three vouchers or not? Yes, we are having three vouchers. So for Joe here it is showing three vouchers. Similarly for Mary it is showing three vouchers. Just go to the Mary. Here Mary is having two products, okay, furniture and technology. Here Mary is having two products, okay, furniture and office supplies. So total three products. Furniture, technology and office supplies, again here three vouchers. Because as here we are combining at the level of the product, as here we are combining at the level of the product, so we have to take only the product into consideration. And if we talk about Jim, so Jim is having two vouchers. Why Jim is having two vouchers? To take the sales and promotions, here Jim is having furniture, and if we go to promotions, here Jim is having office supplies. So for both the furniture and office supplies we have the vouchers or not? For both the furniture and office supplies we have the vouchers or not? Yes, here we are having two vouchers. Here Tableau is showing us, okay, here Tableau is showing us two vouchers. So if you link at only one field level, Tableau going to blend at only that field level. Okay, so what will happen if we link with the two fields? If we link with the two fields, just see the output once. If we link with the two fields, here Tableau is giving us null here. Again, understanding this null is important. So what in the data blending, the null means what? No matching value, but it's not equal to not existent. So not existent is different. Okay. So for Jim it is showing 30, 30, 90, but for Joe and Mary it is showing only one and one voucher. For Jim it is showing one null voucher. Let me check the output once. So we go to Jim, Joe and Mary. So for Jim, sale is 30. For Joe, the sale is 30. For Mary, the sale is 90. And if we go to the promotions, okay, so here for Jim we are having one voucher, right? But here Tableau is showing us here null. We go to Jim here. For Jim here we are having one voucher, but their Tableau is showing us null. So why Tableau is showing us null for Jim? So because Tableau is taking the combination of both the customer segment and combination of both the customer name and the product as the blending key. Here in this promotions, Tableau is taking customer name comma product. In the sales also Tableau is taking customer name comma product. So if you link with the multiple dimensions, Tableau going to take multiple dimensions as one linking key. So it is going to take dimension 1 comma dimension 2 as one linking key. Okay, from the data source 1, and it is going to compare with again dimension 1 comma dimension 2. It is going to take it as linking key 2, linking key 2 from the data source 2. So if the complete key is matching, then only it is going to give us the output. So from the sales here we are having gym and furniture. Here we are having gym and furniture. So I'm taking sales as a data source one. And if we go to the linking key 2, okay, I'm taking this promotions. Here I'm having gym and furniture. There I'm having gym, sorry, not furniture. Go to promotions. Here I'm having gym and office supplies. Gym and office supplies. And the data source name is promotions. So gym comma furniture, okay, here it is going to check whether gym comma furniture equal to gym comma office supplies or not. So internally how it is going to perform that comparison means with the help of the ASCII numbers. So gym comma furniture is not matching with the gym comma office supplies, so there is no matching value. So it is giving us null. And for Joe here in the promotions, for Joe we are having two values. For Joe here, we are having two values. So Joe furniture okay, Joe furniture, and here again Joe technology. Okay, so if I go to the sales, here I am having Joe office supplies, Joe technology. There I am having Joe office supplies. And Joe technology. So Joe, okay, Joe office supplies equal to Joe furniture or not? No. Joe technology equal to Joe technology or not? Yes, one value is matching. Okay, one value is matching. So Tableau going to give us okay only one promotion. Similarly for Mary also only one promotion voucher. So the bottom line is if we link with the multiple dimension keys, Tableau going to take the combination of that multiple dimension key as the blending key and Tableau going to gives us the output. Next. So if we link with the multiple dimension keys, and if you perform the filtering, okay, and if you perform the filtering, so then how the filtering going to work? Okay, and if you perform the filtering, then how this filtering going to work? So let me explain. So I am taking the sales as primary. See here, the same I am taking, okay. I am taking the sales as primary and promotions as secondary. Okay, and I am linking with the customer. Okay, here I am linking with the customer, and from the promotions, so in the promotions, if you go to the promotion, we have an option called as the delivery method. So in the delivery method, we have two options: in store and the mail. Okay, in store and the mail. So I am selecting mail. Just I am applying filter on the secondary dimension. Click on apply and click on OK. Okay, click on apply and click on OK. So here Tableau is showing only Joe and Mary, right? What happened to Jim? So here Tableau is suppressing the values just by showing only Joe and Mary. Okay, just by showing only Joe and Mary, here Tableau is suppressing the values. So here how to understand this output? Once go to the mail delivery method. So if you go to the mail delivery method, for mail here, we're having how many customers? We're having only two customers. What are they? Joe and Mary. Okay, for the mail delivery method, just we have only two customers, Joe and Mary. So Joe is having how many vouchers? Two vouchers, and Mary is having one voucher. So once again, Joe is having two vouchers and Mary is having only one voucher. Okay. So here I have linked with the customer, right? Let me link with the product. If I link with the product, Here Tableau is showing only Joe and only one voucher. If I link with the customer name and the product, the output got completely changed. Here the output got completely changed just by showing, okay, Joe 20, I mean the sales of Joe and the number of promotion visits of Joe. So previously it has shown us Jim and Joe, right? Now why it is showing only Joe? Now again here Tableau is taking the combination of customer name and product as the linking key, and Tableau is taking the mail, okay? So it is taking the matching three values. The matching three values are Mary office supplies and Joe furniture. These three are matching. So it is going to the sales, it is going to check whether we are having any Mary office supplies or not. We go to the sales here, do we have any Mary office supplies? No. Here we are having Mary furniture and Mary technology. So no office supplies. So there is no matching for Mary. And if we go to Joe, here we have Joe furniture, Joe technology. So we have only one matching, Joe technology. So it is giving that particular record, and for the record only one voucher for Joe technology. Here we have, I mean, for mail we have only one voucher. Here Tableau is giving us only that one record. Okay, here the bottom line is the aggregation also changing. The aggregation values are changing depending on the blending. See here, now the aggregated value is 2. So it means first what is happening? First the aggregation is taking place, then the blending is taking place. Depending on the blending key, the aggregation values are changing. Okay. So one more important internal mechanism here. What we have to understand is here we have performed the filtering, right? So first, which one will take place? Blending or filtering? As filter will takes place at the data source level and the blending will takes place at the Tableau level. First, which will takes place? Data blending or filtering? So that also here we have to understand. If we take the filtering on the secondary dimension means, okay, if we take the filtering on secondary dimension means, first the blending will take place, because when we will get the secondary dimension, okay, after performing the data blending only we will get the secondary dimension. So first the blending will take place, and after performing the blending then the filtering will take place. So if we take the filtering field as a secondary dimension means first the data blending will take place and then the filtering will take place. Okay, and if we take the dimension as the primary means then first the filter will take place and then the blending will take place. Okay, so till now any questions guys? Till now any questions on this? So let me continue. Okay, so sometimes like we have to prevent the separation of data in secondary data source. Okay, so if we link with the multiple join keys, if we link with the multiple blending keys or multiple join keys, here Tableau is suppressing the values, right? Here Tableau is eliminating the unmatched values. So how to prevent that data suppression? So how to prevent that data suppression means you have to make use of one technique called as one data warehousing technique called as the domain padding. With the help of the domain padding technique, just we can able to eliminate the suppression of the data in the secondary source. So what is domain padding? So domain padding is nothing but just taking the complete values of A into B and B into A. It means just we have to take the complete values of B into the A. So here A is product, and we have to take the complete values of A into B. In simple, just perform the cross product. Just simply perform the cross product of the two tables. So in this case, the product and the customers. So if you do like this, then we can able to prevent the data suppression. Okay, if I show it, you people can able to understand. So let me go to the same example. Okay, let me go to the same example. So now here I am taking the same. sales I'm taking. So I'm taking customer. I'm taking sales. Okay, I'm taking sales. I'm going to promotions. I'm going to promotions. I'm taking the promotion voucher. I'm taking the promotion voucher. Just hit OK. Here we can able to see. Okay, here we can able to see the customer wise sales and promotions. Just okay. Just now I'm linking with the product field. Okay, just observe carefully. I'm linking with the product field. If I link with the product field, just hit OK. If I link with the product field, even though if I link with the product field, here Tableau is maintaining the same order. Just observe carefully. Okay, here I am going to the sales. From the sales, I am taking the customer name. I am taking sales measure. I am going to the promotions. Here I am taking the promotion voucher. If I link with only the customer name, the output is same. Customer wise total sales and total promotions. And if I link with the product also, the output is not changing. If I link with the product also, here the output is not at all changing. It is giving us the same output. So if we go to the previous case also, in the previous case, okay, if I link with the multiple dimension, the output is different. If I don't link with the multiple dimension, the output will change. Okay, it is also one issue we have to handle in the real time. Sometimes the client want the data at the lower granularity level. Okay, sometimes the client want the report at the lower granularity level. So how to get the report at the lower granularity level means by using the domain padding. Okay, we cannot say that the data blending will work like this. So we have to give them some solution. So how to give the solution while performing the data blending is using the domain padding. So if we click on view data, for sales, see here I have taken for gym, I have taken all the 3 products. Okay, for gym here I have taken all the 3 products. So it's here for gym, I have taken all the 3 products. Okay, furniture, office supplies, and the technology. Okay, so if you go to actual data in the customer, if you go to the sales, so here we have in the sales we have, so gym we have only one department. Okay, gym, furniture, and the value is 30. They just what I have taken is all the other 2 products. So gym, office supplies, gym technology. What about sale? For sale value I have taken the value as for sale value, sorry, gym. Okay, for sale value I have taken as null. Just observe carefully. You see here, I have taken here null and I have taken here null. And also as here, I have performed the cross product. So what is cross product? Is the Cartesian join of the 2 tables. So here I have taken store also, because if we take the cross product means the output contains what? Output contains the combination of all the columns from both the tables, right? So here I have taken store as null and store as null for gym. So here null and here store is A. Okay, this I have taken the store as A. Okay. So in that way, just I have taken the values, and if you go to the promotions and we click on the view data, here also if we go to the promotions, so here just we have only few products and few customers. So I have taken all the products for every customer. For Joe all the 3 products, for Jim all the 3 products, for Mary all the 3 products. See, totally we got 9 rows. Okay, totally we got 9 rows. Okay, for Jim all the 3 products, for Joe all the 3 products, for Mary all the 3 products. And if we don't have any delivery method, I have taken null. And if we don't have any promotion voucher, again I have taken here null. Okay, again here I have taken null. So how to write this? Okay, or how to get the output like this? So manually for the 9 records we can able to do like this, because we have more amount of data, then how to do it. Okay, here just we have the 9 records, we can do it manually. If we have the more number of records, then how to do it. So how to do it means with the help of custom SQL. With the help of custom SQL we can able to do it. Okay, we right click on edit data source. So we here I have taken the custom SQL. Okay, with the help of inline, with the help of the inline I have taken this. Okay, with the help of the inline I have taken this. Okay, so what is inline? So what is a inline query means, within the from class if we take one more select, within the from class if we take one more select, it is called as the inline. So with this inline query I got the complete information for the customer, similarly the complete information for the promotion. Okay, similarly the complete information for the promotions. Okay, so see here just simply here what I'm doing is just simply I'm getting the data from the promotions. So again I'm taking the promotions, it means I'm doing the self join. And what type of self join here I'm doing is left self join. Left self join, it means the complete data from the all products and the matching record from the customers. Okay, so just simply I'm taking the same table promotions, I'm aliasing the promotions as all products, and again I'm taking the promotions. Okay, I'm aliasing it as all customers. So the logic is here, the logic is just simply I'm taking here same table for 2 times, it means I'm performing the self join. And what type of self join here I'm performing is, here I'm performing, okay, here I'm performing the left outer join. So I'm aliasing this complete select statement as, I'm aliasing this complete selector statement as all combo. Okay, and I'm taking this outer query. Okay, I'm taking this outer query. I'm aliasing this outer query as promotions. Okay, as the promotions. So and here I'm joining both the combinations and the promotions, and here I'm opening the output. And if you go to the sales, okay, the sales also have done like that. The sales also have done like that only. Okay, so from the sales I'm taking all the columns. I'm taking sales, I'm taking store, and this here I'm taking the inline, and I'm opening the output. Okay, next. It's like if you're working with the data blending, one common issue is star issue. Okay, one common issue is star issue. So we have to understand when star appears. We have to understand when star appears in a secondary dimension. So when star appears in a secondary dimension means the secondary dimension is having many to one and many to many relationships. If the secondary dimension means what? Secondary data source dimension, if it is having many to one relationship and many to many relationship with the join key, okay, with the join key, then Tableau going to use a star with the secondary dimension. I will show you that. So here I'm taking the fruit data. Okay, here I'm taking the fruit data. I'm taking fruit stands and inventory. Here I'm taking fruit stands and inventory. So I'm combining this to using the blending. Just let me go to the blending. Okay, so from the fruit stands. Okay, so here I have taken the fruit stands. So from the fruit stands here, just simply I have taken the fruit stand and the fruit sword. Just here I have taken fruit wise, fruit stand wise, fruit sword, and I'm having the stock information. I'm having the inventory information in the inventory. Okay, I'm having the inventory information in the inventory. So we go to that Excel. So basically fruit stands contains, this fruit stand contains fruit wise, fruit stand wise, fruit sword, and this inventory contains Okay, the location wise stock about each and every fruit. Okay, about each and every fruit. So just go to Tableau. So here what is the linking dimension? Okay, here the linking dimension is fruit because the matching is fruit, right? So in both the data sources, which is a common dimension. Here I'm having fruit and fruit stand. Here I'm having location and fruit. So what is the common dimension? The common dimension is, okay, the common dimension is fruit, right? Next. So here from the inventory, I'm taking the inventory and I'm copying into the columns. So here just I'm showing the inventory, okay? Here I'm showing the inventory and I'm coloring with the location. And here I'm coloring with the location. Let me drag the location and let me drop it into color. Okay, let me drag the location. So this location belongs to the secondary source, which is inventory. This location belongs to the secondary source, which is inventory. And in the location, Tableau is giving us star and form 1. It is showing only form 1. And for the remaining locations here, Tableau is giving us what star. So if we go to the Excel, so here how many locations we're having? Here we're having 3 locations. Okay, here we're having 3 locations. So they are form 1, form 2 and form 3. So here for which product here Tableau is showing us a quick color. Here Tableau is showing only form 1 and what is the fruit? The fruit is cherries. So once go to the form 1. So here the form 1 contains, you see here the form 1 contains, okay, apple, banana, cantaloupe, orange and cherries. And form 2 contains again apple, banana, cantaloupe and orange. But cherries is not repeating. Okay, but cherries is not repeating. And if we go to the form 3, okay, the form 3 is again having what? Apple, banana and cantaloupe. Okay. So here fruit. What is fruit? Fruit is the linking dimension, right? So fruit is the linking dimension. So one rule in the blending is always the secondary data source. Your secondary data source is inventory. Always the secondary data source dimension should have one-to-one relationship with the primary data source dimensions. Always the secondary data source dimension should have one-to-one relationship with the primary data source dimension. It means one fruit should exist in only one form. But here, you see here what is the relationship between location and fruit? The relationship between the location and fruit is many to one because multiple locations contain the same fruit, right? This form 1 contains apple, okay, form 2 contains apple and form 3 contains what? Apple. It means multiple locations are having what? Same fruit. If you go to the fruit stands, so one primary rule for the data blending is always the secondary data source dimension should be in one-to-one relationship. If it is in many to one and many to many means Tableau will throw star. So that's why it is giving us star for okay, form 1 and form 2. So for form 1 cherries it is giving us the color. For the remaining here Tableau is giving us what? Star. Because we see here the cherries is existing in only form 1. In form 2 we are not having cherries and in form 3 also we are not having cherries. Okay, so that's why it is giving a star and form 1. So how to handle star? It is one of the frequently faced issue in the real time. Again, I'm telling the reason is what? Always the secondary data source dimension should be in one-to-one relationship with the primary data source dimension. If secondary data source dimension is having, if secondary data source dimension is having many to one or many to many means Tableau will throw star. So then how to overcome this? So how to overcome this means just interchange primary with secondary, just interchange primary with secondary and secondary with primary. It means take inventory as primary and okay, take inventory as primary and fruit stands as secondary. take inventory as primary and fruit stand as secondary. I'm creating a new sheet. I'm going to the inventory. So from the inventory, I'm taking fruit. From the inventory, I'm taking fruit. I'm taking location. So not location. I'm taking inventory. And from the fruit stands, I'm taking fruit sold. From the fruit stand, I'm taking fruit sold. And here, I'm coloring with, from the inventory, I'm coloring with the location. Okay, from the inventory, I'm coloring with the location. Now here we can able to see form 1, form 2 and form 3. So from the primary source, Tableau going to fetch the complete data, right? So that's why we are seeing the here all the 3 locations. So it is the frequently faced issue in the real time, the star issue. So any questions on this star issue, guys? Any questions on the star issue? Any questions on star? Alright. So if we take inventory also, so from the inventory I'm taking fruit, location and inventory. So if I go to the fruit stand, just drag the fruit stand and drop it into color. Now here again here what Tableau is giving us here, to drag the fruit sold. So here again here what Tableau is giving us here. So we take the secondary dimension into the color means, here again Tableau is giving us what? Here again Tableau is giving us stand for fruit stand. Because fruit stand, okay, because fruit stand belongs to what? Okay, this fruit stand belongs to secondary source. So how to overcome this? If you want to color with the fruit stand means, just take fruit stand as primary. Okay, just take fruit stand as primary. So I'm taking fruit. I'm taking fruit soul. I'm coloring with the fruit stand. Okay, and I'm taking the location. Okay, I'm taking the inventory. So take the fruit stand. See. So the only workaround available is just swap primary with secondary and secondary with primary. So it supports stars. And the second issue with the joins. Okay, the second issue with the joins is duplicate data. So as the joins will perform as the join in the joins, as first the join will takes place and then the aggregation will takes place. Sometimes we'll get the duplicate data. So when will we get the duplicate data? Okay, when will we get the duplicate data? So just observe carefully. Here I'm taking. Here I'm combining this fruit stands and inventory. Here I'm combining this fruit stands and inventory using a join. So I'm going to Tableau. Here I have a join which contains the fruit stands and inventory. Let me show you. See here I'm combining the fruit stands and inventory. So in the inner join fashion. Yes, let me go to join. So now here I'm taking the fruit stand. I'm showing fruit stand wise. Okay, fruit stand wise fruit sold. And from the inventory I'm taking the inventory. Okay, I'm coloring with the fruit stand. So see here basically here what we are showing is, here we are showing fruit wise, fruit stand wise, total fruit sold and the inventory. So once check our output, once cross check our output. So we go to the inventory. Okay, we go to the inventory. Here for Apple, what the total inventory 990. let's check the inventory of apple. So 123 plus 789 plus 78. 78. Okay, 123 plus 789 plus 78. So what is summation value? 990. So how much we got here? Same, 990 per apple. So it is correct. Similarly for banana, here we got 889. For cantaloupe 1654. For cherries 195. Not 195. They can value. Okay. So here for cherries 195 and for oil 365. So once check the output. Cherries 195 and for orange, take orange. Yes, this is yes. Here we got the correct output. Just observe carefully. Okay, just observe carefully. Here what I am doing is from the view, just I am changing my visualization. I am keeping the measures as it is. Okay, just I am changing the visualization by removing the fruit stand. Just I am changing the visualization by removing the fruit stand. If I remove the fruit stand, let me remove the fruit stand from color also. So if I remove the fruit stand, okay, if I remove the fruit stand for inventories here how much value your tab is showing? For apple, the inventory is showing as 4950. For banana, it is showing as 3556. For cantaloupe, it is showing as 496. So why it is showing as 4950? Here, what is the actual inventory of apple? The actual inventory of apple is 990, but why it is showing? Okay, here why it is showing 4950? Let me go back to the fruit stand. Okay, let me go back to the fruit stand. So here how many fruit stands we are having for the apple? 5. So it is multiplying 990 with the 5. It is multiplying 990 with the 5 and it is giving us 4950. So which indicates the output is wrong, right? Similarly, if you go to the banana, so here we have total 4 stands, so it is multiplying 889 into 4 and it is giving us okay 3556. So basically here what Tableau is doing is it is performing the cross or it is doing the circular join, not cross join, it is called as the circular join. So one drawback with the joins is okay, joins perform the circular joins. When it is going to perform the circular join means okay if you have many to one or many to many relationships, if you have many to one or many to one relationship, join going to perform the circular join. Here I have taken fruit and inventory sources. Okay, fruit and the inventory. So what is the relationship between this fruit and inventory? So one fruit can exist across multiple locations, right? So or multiple fruits can be part of one location. Okay, multiple fruits can be part of one location. So here the relationship is many to one or many to many. Okay, the relationship is many to one. In this case, it is many to one, or even if the relationship is many to many, Tableau going to perform the circular join with the joins because with the joins, first the join will take place, then the aggregation will take place. So first here the circular join is taking place, and then it is aggregating the data by multiplying with 5 times. So how to overcome this? So how to overcome this means okay with the help of data blending. With the help of the data blending, we can able to overcome that. Okay, with the help of the data blending, we can able to overcome that. Okay. So what is happening in the data blending? In the data blending, first the aggregation is taking place and then the join is taking place at the table level. So here I have taken fruit stands and inventory as separate sources. From the fruit stands I am taking fruit and fruit stand, and from the fruit stand I am taking fruit store, and from the inventory I am taking the inventory. Okay, the same here. Here whatever okay here whatever Let me show you. Here, whatever the structure I'm having, I'm taking the same structure there. Okay, here I'm taking the same structure. Okay, here I'm taking the same structure. Okay, so here I'm having fruit wise fruits and veg fruits sold and inventory. Here also I'm having fruit wise fruits and veg total fruit sold and inventory. So here I am removing the fruit stand in the data blending. Okay, here I am removing the fruit stand from my view. After removing the fruit stand, just click on ABC. Here how much value Tableau is giving the same. Tableau is maintaining the same value. So what is happening here? What is happening here? Here first the aggregation is taking place with the data blending and then it is joining the data. So what has happened with the join? In the join first the join is taking place and then it is performing the aggregation. So it is one point you have to keep in mind if you want to work with the data warehousing application. Not only in Tableau, this circular join is common with any reporting system. So next, the third issue is sometimes we need to take the combination of sometimes we need to take the combination of both the joins and blends. So if we take the joins and blends, then only we can able to get the output. Okay. So to accomplish that, I'm taking here the other data source. Let me take the data source. I'll show you the data source. Just a minute. Here I'm taking two data sources. One is comments. Let me go to comments. So basically, this comment contains the comment by customers. Okay, this comment sheet contains the comments by customers. Okay. So next, I'm having one more data source. I'm having one more data source, sales, which contains sales and comments. Okay, which contains sales and comments. Here I am having two data sources. One contains the sales and other contains the comment. Okay, the same data source, and I am having one more which specifically contains the comments. So now here I would like to combine these two data sources and I would like to show the product wise comments by the customers. I would like to show the product wise comments by the customers. So here I have taken the comments. Here I have taken the comments. I have taken here sales. From only the comments I have taken the sales. Okay, just I have taken the sales and here I have taken the product and the sales into my rows and columns. And next here I have built the word cloud. Okay, and I have connected the comments only to the comments. Next here I have connected to only to the comments. Okay, and here I have built the word cloud for the comments. So basically for boom we have two comments, for great we have one, for feeling sad we have two comments, and for anxiety we have one comment. So you people know how to build the word cloud, right? Let me show you again how to build the word cloud. Just go to the comments, drag comments and drop it into the text. Next, drag the number of records and drop it into size. Just convert this to text table. Just drag the number of records and drop it into column. So it is giving us okay the comments. So one sheet contains product wise sales, other sheet contains comment. Now here I am building a dashboard to combine both. Here I am building a dashboard to combine both. So which contains the products and which contains the comments. So if I click on any product, the requirement is to see the comment associated with that. Okay, the requirement is to see the comments associated with that. So how to see the comments associated with the product? So basically, the sales belongs to one data source, and this comment belongs to the other data source, right? So now if I go to the dashboard, here how to get only the comments of this product. So here we have to, if you want to see only the required data, means we have to add a filter. Here these two sheets belongs to the two different data sources. So how to perform filtering across the multiple data sources? If you want to perform filtering across the multiple data sources, we are having two ways. Number one, we can use the parameters, and number 2 we can use the filter actions. Here I'm making use of the filter action. Okay, so how to make use of the filter action? So how to make use of the filter action means, just go to the product. In the product, just click on this drop down. If you click on this drop down, here we're having an option called as use as filter. Here we're having an option called as use as filter. It is going to add the filter action. So now just click on any product. Just click on any products here. You click on any product. Okay, even though here I'm adding the filter action, you click on here any product. It is not showing us. It is not showing us. Okay, the matching comments. It is not showing us the matching comments. So we go to the worksheet. Sorry, we go to the dashboard. We can able to see that action here. So here we can able to see the filter action. So why it is not showing here? Why it is not showing here in the matching comment? So when the filter action can able to combine, okay, when the filter action can able to combine the data from both the data, so this means if you have a matching field. So if you take this sales, here I have taken two sheets, comments. This comment contains comments and customers, and I have taken sales. The sales contains, okay, the sales contains the product and sales. In one sheet, in the sales by product, just I have taken only, okay, the product and sales in this particular field, and in this particular sheet, just I have taken only comments. So here, do you have any matching field here? Here we're not having any matching field in both the sheets. So that's why your Tableau is not performing any filter action. So even filter action is having its own limitations. So now how to overcome this? So now how to overcome this means, here on these two sheets you have to take, on these two sheets here you have to take the join to get the matching values. So now here what I have taken is, just here I have joined the sales and comments. Okay, just here I have joined the sales and comments. It means just here I have joined the sales and comments with the help of customers. Here the common column is what? The common column is customer. Using customer I have joined. Using customer I have joined sales and the comments. And here I got the output customer, product and their comments and their sales. Okay, here why I am performing the join means, because in the dashboard we are not having the common column. If you have the common column, then only the filter action is going to work. This sheet contains product sale, this sheet contains the comment. There is no common dimension. So that's why here I have taken customer to join the common dimension to get the comments. Okay. So now here we can able to see the comments. Okay, the customer wise sales. So I have taken the comments into just let me go to the products. Here I'm taking the products. Okay, here I'm taking the products. So now let me go to not the join, we have to go to the products. Okay, now the products. So now go to sales. Just go to sales. Just take the product. Okay, just take the product. Okay, now go to the join. Now here just take the sales. Now here just take the sales. Okay, here it is not linking. It is not linking with the matching field. So we have to link with the matching field. Okay, we have to link with the matching field. So the matching field between these two is, okay, here we're having the product, and here what I'm having here, I'm having the product. So the dimension name is different, right? So we have to perform the blending. Here we have to perform the blending manually. Let me do one thing. Let me take this join the as. From the join rows I'm taking the products. From the sales I'm taking the sales. So Tableau won't perform blending automatically, or to perform blending manually. Go to data, click on edit relationship, just go to custom, click on add. I'm taking here products and product. So hit OK. Hit OK. So now here it is giving us 7 nulls. So something wrong. So here we have these products. I think not this sales, sales comments. Drag products, go to sales comments. Yes, here I can able to see the linking field. Now drag the sales. Okay, now drag the sales. Now this join sales contains what? This join sales contains two tables. Okay, the products, customers, and the comments. Right? So I have taken this join sales as my primary. I have taken the sales as my secondary. I am showing the sales, and here I am taking the comments. So from the join sales, I am taking the comments. From the join sales, I am taking the comments. Basically, I am building a text table. Okay, now I am going to the comments. Here I am having the comments. So from the comments, I am taking the number of records. I am dropping into color, and I am dropping into text. So you just select here. Already got the word cloud. Fine. Now just go to the sales and comments. Okay, now just go to sales and comments. So here I have taken the blending products and the blending comments. Now add a filter action. Just filter. Now click on any product. If you click on any product, here we can able to see that product wise comments. We click on E. If you click on E, here tableau is showing us okay that comment wise product. So for E we are having two comments. Okay, hooray and boom. So once check the comments for E. Once check the comments for E. So here we are having comments and customers. Here we are having sales and comments. So E. So basically for the product E, scan. We have only one customer, that is Julie. If you go to the comments for Julie here how many comments we are having? For Julie here we are having two comments. What are they? For Julie here we are having two comments, boom and hooray. Here tableau is showing okay there's two comments for Julie, boom and hooray. But for E, how many comments we are having? But for E, just we are having only one. Okay, this E belongs to Julie, right? So the Julie is having total three products, A and F also. So we go to the comments. Okay, so the Julie has given us total two comments, and Julie has here how many sales? Okay, three sales. So in the number of records here, how many here tableau is showing here for boom here tableau is showing 2, and for hooray here tableau is showing 1. But how many times the Julie has commented hooray? Only once. And how many times the Julie has commented boom? Only once. But it is showing the number of record means the number of comments as 2 and number of comments as 3. It means the count is wrong, right? So remember, here we have performed the blending. Here we have performed the blending at the level of only comments. Just perform at the level of customer also. Just perform at the level of customer also. Take only one dimension means tableau going to give only at the customer level. So here E belongs to Julie. So Julie is having 3 products and 2 comments. It is giving us 3 plus 2 total 5. Now if you combine both the customer and comments, here for hooray only 1, for boom only 1. Let me go to F. For F also here we have only 2 comments. One set check. Customers who purchased that F product. So again F belongs to Julie. So Julie is having how many? 2 comments. We can able to see that. Okay, we can able to see that 2 comments. If you want to see the specific comment for this product, then again join. Just go to this product sheet. Okay, just go to the running product sheet. Now just go to the secondary. Just go to the customers. Okay, now go to the sheet. Now click on F. Now to show the same. Okay, just click on Z. So for Z it is showing us total 4 comments. Okay, amazing fields and Zoomer. So once check out, just go to Z. So let's see here we have one customer. So what is the customer? Janice. So we go to Janice. The Janice is having how many comments? 4 comments. We can able to see those 4 comments there. So this output we cannot issue with alone blending or with alone joins, because if you take blending, the blending, okay, the blending is okay, the blending going to give us only the number of records. But if you want to get the interactivity, you have to take the combination of both the data blending and the joins. Next, one last thing, the market basket analysis. We know about the market basket analysis. So in the advanced blending, we have in the advanced LODs. In the advanced LODs, we have done this. In the advanced calculation, we have done this. You see the customers who have purchased the same orders, we can able to do it. We can able to see. So the customers we can able to get it. So once look into the advanced calculations class. Okay, already we have discussed this task, and even in the advanced LODs also. Okay, so it's all about the advanced blending. So do you have any questions on this? Any questions?